this is the last topic for the Goodwill basically. Ashok and Ramu are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2. Their capital on 1st of January 2020 was 80 and 60 respectively. Okay, opening capital is given. They admitted Vijay into the partnership on that date, giving him 1/5 share in the future profits, which he acquired equally from Ashok and Ramu. Vijay is to bring rupees 60,000 as his share of capital. Find the new profit sharing ratio and the value of goodwill of the firm. अब यहाँ पर ये जो statement है, find the new profit sharing ratio and the value of goodwill of the firm, and record necessary journal entries on Vijay's admission from the above mentioned transactions. Now we need to calculate goodwill of the firm. Anyone who remembers something about the hidden goodwill? How are we going to calculate for hidden goodwill? Anybody?
सर पहले वो सर जो कैपिटल लेके आता है उसको उसके इनवर्स रेशियो में मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे.
Yes. उससे क्या मिलेगा?
Then
expected capital.
expected capital.
Okay, we need to get expected capital first of all based on new partners capital. New partners capital कितना है? 60,000. Share कितना है? 1/5. So 60,000 into 5/1. Okay, just inverse ही करना है. The reason I have already told you. 1/5 का capital 60 है तो 1 का कितना होगा? Cross multiply करना है. That's all. So 60 into 5/1 will be 3 lakh. Okay, the expected capital आ गया. Now actual capital. Okay, actual capital. Ashok, Ramu, as well as Vijay, all three partners, right? So let us calculate. This is 80,000 for Ashok plus 60,000 for Ramu, and 60 is for Vijay. Okay, so get the total please. कितना आ जाएगा? 60, 60, 80. That's 2 lakh rupees. ठीक है. Now the difference between the expected and the actual is nothing but goodwill. Okay, so goodwill will be equal to, and yes, this is going to be firm's goodwill, right? Please take care of this. Firm's goodwill is equal to 3 lakh minus 2 lakh. Okay, so this will be equal to rupees 1 lakh. ठीक है. So let us calculate Vijay's share. Vijay's share in goodwill. Okay, that will be equal to 1 lakh into what? Vijay का share कितना है? 1/5. So this will be 20,000. And now the most important thing, I would like to know the sacrificing ratio. Yes, anyone?
1:2.
Which he acquired equally. Let us complete the entries now. First entry is for capital brought in. Vijay has brought 60,000 as his share of capital. So this will be cash account debited to Vijay's capital. Amount is rupees 60,000. Okay, second entry, new partner has not brought in, that will be shared by the sacrificing partners. Vijay ka share is 20,000. We need to take this amount from his capital, so Vijay's capital account will be debited to Ashok's account and to Ramu's account, right? Okay, the amount of goodwill was 20,000 for him, and equally so 10,000 and 10,000. Okay, so we're done with the entries and the things, but new ratio के लिए how are we going to calculate? So Vijay's share, okay, that is equal to 1/5. Okay, and we know that the sacrificing ratio is given to us. Okay, that is 1:1. So let us calculate sacrifice by Ashok. Okay, that will be equal to 1/5 into 1/2. Okay, so that means दोनों का ही same ही आएगा. तो let me just add the name over there. 1/10. ठीक है. Sacrifice by Ashok and Ramu. Okay, that is 1/10. So now new ratio is old ratio minus sacrifice. Okay, so Ashok is equal to, old share is 3 by 5 minus 1 by 10. LCM will be 10. Okay, 2 3s are 6 minus 1. That will be 5 by 10. 2 by 5 is old, sacrifices 1 by 10 is equal to, again the LCM will be taken as 10. Okay, over there now 2 2s are 4, 4 minus 1. Okay, so this will be 3 by 10. Okay, and new partner is Vijay. Vijay का share is 1 by 5. इसको 10 में convert करेंगे तो this will be 2 by 10. Okay, so finally new ratio is 5:3:2. Okay, so that's all for the sum. Okay, the sum that is in front of us is like ABC are partners in a firm who share the profits and losses in a ratio of 3:2:2. The total capital of firm is rupees 7 lakh, which is maintained in profit sharing ratio. They admitted D as a new partner for 1/5 share, which he acquired from ABC in the ratio of 2:2:1. Okay, so already underlined करके रखा हुआ है. It shows that the sacrificing ratio is given to us. Okay, D brings rupees 2 lakh as his share of capital. Okay, the general reserve shows a balance of rupees 70,000 as on that date. Okay, find the new profit sharing ratio. This is okay, we need to calculate, and the value of goodwill of the firm. For new ratio, sacrifice ratio is given to us. So let me write over there D's share. Okay, D's share is 1 by 5. Okay, this is what is a share sacrificed by 3 of them in the sacrifice ratio of 2:1. Now, because I can see that A and B sacrifices in the same share 2 by 5, so let me write there sacrifice by A and B. Okay, that will be equal to 1 by 5 ka, okay, that is 2 by 5. Okay, so this will be equal to 2 by 25. Next is sacrifice by C. Okay, that will be equal to 1 by 5 into 1 by 5. Okay, so this will be equal to 1 by 25. Sacrifice share is there with us. Now we need to calculate the new ratio. New ratio, we all know the formula, that is equal to old minus sacrifice, right? So let us write over there. For A, old share is 3 by 7. Okay, minus sacrifice is 2 by 25. Okay, so it will be LCM will be taken as 25 7s are 175, 25 3s are 75, minus 7 2s are 14, right? So 75 minus 14 is 61 by 175. Okay, for B is old share is 2 by 7, minus sacrifice is 2 by 25. Again the LCM will be 175. Okay, 25 2s are 50, minus 7 2s are 14. 50 minus 14 is 36 by 175. C, old share can be seen as 2 by 7, minus sacrifice is 1 by 25. Okay, so again LCM over here the same, that is 175, 25 2s are 50, minus 7 1s are 7. Okay, so this will be 43 by 175. Okay, and finally D. What does D's share? D's share is 1 by 5. 1 by 5 को अगर 175 में convert करना है तो 35 5s are, so 35 by 175. ठीक है? So finally I'll be able to write the new ratio over there. So new ratio is equal to 61:36:43:35. Okay, so we are done with the new ratio over here. This is what is the first thing that has been asked. Find out the new profit sharing ratio. Now we have also been asked to calculate the value of the goodwill of the firm. Okay, now whenever we have to calculate the value of the goodwill of the firm, that means this is a hidden goodwill. Now in hidden goodwill, we all know that there are 3 steps required. 3 steps in the sense, first step is to have the expected capital. Expected capital is always based on the new partner's capital, right? So let us calculate that. expected capital, okay, that will be equal to new partner's capital. D brings in rupees 2 lakh, and his share in profit is 1 by 5. So multiply by 5 by 1. This will be 10 lakh rupees. This is expected capital. Now we need to have actual capital. Actual capital is the capital of ABC, any reserves, and the capital of D, including the new partner. Capital of ABC can be seen as 7 lakh, right? Plus reserves on that day is 70,000. D's capital is rupees 2 lakh. Okay, so 770, 970 is the actual capital. The third step for goodwill, right? So whenever we calculate goodwill in this particular pattern, that will give us the firm's goodwill, right? Firm's goodwill is equal to 10 lakhs minus 9 lakh 70,000. Okay, so this will give us 30,000 as firm's goodwill. Now, firm's goodwill is there. New partner is D. Let us calculate D's share in goodwill. Okay, this will be equal to 30,000 into D's share is 1 by 5, so that will be 6,000, right? In such a type of sum of hidden goodwill, right? Generally, the new partner, the incoming partner, does not bring the share of goodwill in cash. Generally, and even in the question also, we don't have any hint, like any statement where like it is stated that D has brought his share of goodwill in cash. So let us write the entries now. This D's share in goodwill is 6,000, and the sacrifice ratio, we can see that on the left hand side, that is 2:2:1. So this amount of 6,000 will be compensated by D to ABC in the ratio of 2:2:1. We need to write the entries. Entries will be first for capital brought in by D. So cash or bank account will be debited. Okay, to D's capital account. Okay, amount of rupees 2 lakh. Okay. Second is now for D's share in goodwill. As I told you, the amount of goodwill is not brought in cash. So we are very clear with the concept that like it has to be taken out of his capital. So let us debit D's capital, right? D's capital account will be debited. All the three partners are the sacrificing partners to A's capital account, to B's capital account, right? To C's capital account. Okay. So 6,000 in the ratio of 2:2:1 is like 1,200, so 2,400, 2,400 and 1,200, right? That's all. That's all for the sum. One more sum for hidden goodwill. The last sum in fact for hidden goodwill. Okay. Asin and Shreyas are partners in a firm. They admit Ajay as a new partner for 1/5 share in the profits of the firm. Ajay brings rupees 5 lakh as his share of capital. The value of the total assets of the firm was 15 lakh and outside liabilities was valued at rupees 5 lakh on that date. Give necessary journal entry to record goodwill. The ratio is not given amongst the existing partners, so it has to be taken as equal. And let us calculate the goodwill. We need to follow the 3 steps again. We need to have the expected capital first of all. Okay, the expected capital is always based on the new partner's capital. New partner's capital is rupees 5 lakh into the share is 5 by 1. Okay, so this will give us 25 lakhs. Okay, this is expected capital. Now let us get the actual capital. Now actual capital के लिए, if you remember capital approach के लिए, we had 2 approaches. One is the capital approach and the assets approach, right? तो capital है तो shareholders money लेते थे like share capital and resources and surplus and everything. If not that, तो assets approach था कि जिसमें assets minus liabilities का लेते थे. Okay, capital is not given, but capital we know it is equivalent to net worth. And net worth is nothing but the assets, right, minus liabilities. Okay, of the existing partners, right? Assets minus liabilities. This situation is of the existing partners. And finally, we need to add new partners' capital also, right? Okay, so let me write over there. Actual capital is equal to assets minus liabilities can be seen as 15 lakh minus outside liabilities is 5 lakh. That is net worth of the business. Capital brought in by Ajay is rupees 5 lakh. Okay, so this will give us 15 minus 5 plus 5 is 15 lakh itself. Okay, so expected capital has been calculated, actual capital has been calculated. Now finally we will have firm's goodwill, right? Again and again I have told you, like in this particular way we are going to have the firm's goodwill, not the share of the new partner. So firm's goodwill in that case is expected capital minus actual capital, that is 25 lakhs minus 15 lakhs. Okay, so this will give us 10 lakhs. And as I told you, in such a case of hidden goodwill, generally the new partner will not bring his share of goodwill in cash, right? Generally, but not always. Please take care of such words. So over here we need to calculate Ajay's share of goodwill. Ajay's share in goodwill is equal to rupees 10 lakhs, right? Into Ajay's share is 1 by 5. So that will be equal to rupees 2 lakhs, right? Now over here again the old ratio is not given, so we have assumed as equal. Regarding sacrificing also, there is no hint at all. What will be sacrificing ratio of Asim and Shreyas?
Equal.
Equal. The reason is the old ratio, right? We have to take the sacrificing as an old ratio if there is no information at all. And the case is very clear, old ratio itself is not given, that we have assumed as equal, so sacrificing ratio is also taken as equal. So let us write the entry for goodwill now. As I told you, like goodwill is not brought in cash, we need to take it from the new partner's capital account. New partner is Ajay, so Ajay's capital account will be debited, right, to Asim's capital, and to rupees 2 lakh, and because the sacrificing ratio is equal, so 1 lakh, right? Done.